Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Podcast. Thanks for being here with us today.
Hi there. Great to have you listening. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sarah. We create these podcasts to help you learn real, practical English.
That's right. If you find this helpful, please share it with your friends who are learning English.
Today, we're discussing something that many people experience. We're going to talk about overthinking.
Yes, this is such a common problem in today's world.
Overthinking is when you think about something too much, analyzing every detail repeatedly.
Your mind keeps going over the same thoughts again and again, and you can't stop.
Almost everyone overthinks sometimes, but for some people, it becomes a real problem.
Learning how to talk about overthinking in English will help you express these feelings and maybe even find solutions.
So, Mike, are you an overthinker?
Absolutely. I overthink everything. Last week, I sent an email to my boss and then spent 2 hours worrying about whether I sounded too casual or too formal.
Oh, I do that too. I replay conversations in my head constantly.
Exactly. You keep thinking, why did I say that? Or what did they really mean by that?
Yes, and the worst part is knowing you're overthinking, but you can't stop doing it.
That's the frustrating cycle. You overthink about overthinking.
Well, today we're going to help everyone talk about these experiences in English.
Let's get started.
First, let's define overthinking clearly. What exactly does it mean?
Overthinking is thinking about something too much or for too long.
You analyze every detail, imagine worst-case scenarios, and can't make decisions easily.
You might say, I'm overthinking this, or I tend to overthink everything.
Or, I'm an overthinker. That's the noun form, describing a person who overthinks.
I overthought that situation is the past tense.
Related terms include overanalyzing, analyzing something too much.
I'm overanalyzing this conversation, or stop overanalyzing.
Another term is ruminating, thinking about something repeatedly, usually negative thoughts.
I keep ruminating about what happened, or I'm stuck in a rumination cycle.
Rumination sounds more clinical or psychological, while overthinking is more casual.
Let's talk about common phrases people use to describe overthinking.
One popular expression is, I'm in my head too much.
This means you're thinking instead of experiencing or acting.
Get out of your head means stop overthinking and be present.
You might say, I can't get out of my own head.
Another common phrase is, I'm going in circles, or my thoughts are going in circles.
This means thinking the same thoughts repeatedly without reaching a conclusion.
I keep spinning my wheels has a similar meaning, making effort without progress.
I'm stuck in my head means trapped by your own thoughts.
I can't turn my brain off, unable to stop thinking.
Or my mind won't stop racing. Racing means moving very fast.
I'm second-guessing everything, means doubting your own decisions or judgments.
Second-guessing myself is exhausting.
Second-guessing myself is exhausting. I'm replaying that conversation over and over, thinking about it repeatedly.
Or it keeps playing on a loop in my mind, like a repeating video.
I'm reading too much into this, means interpreting something more deeply than necessary.
Maybe I'm reading too much into what she said.
Maybe I'm reading too much into what she said. I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, making a small problem seem huge.
That's a great idiom. It means exaggerating the importance of something.
Now let's discuss what overthinkers actually overthink about?
Many people overthink conversations. I keep replaying what I said.
Or I'm analyzing every word of our conversation.
Did I say the wrong thing? Or what did they really mean by that?
I'm trying to read between the lines, looking for hidden meanings.
People overthink decisions. I can't decide because I'm overthinking it.
I've been weighing the pros and cons for days.
Weighing means considering carefully, but overthinkers do it excessively.
I keep changing my mind, or every option seems wrong.
People overthink the future. I'm catastrophizing, imagining the worst possible outcomes.
I'm worried about everything that could go wrong.
I play out worst-case scenarios in my head.
I'm anxious about things that haven't even happened yet.
People overthink the past. I can't stop thinking about my mistakes.
Or I keep dwelling on what I should have done differently.
Dwelling on means thinking about something constantly, usually negative.
I'm beating myself up over something I said years ago.
Beating yourself up means being very self-critical.
People overthink social situations. I'm worried about what people think of me.
Did I make a good impression? Or do they actually like me?
I'm analyzing their body language and tone of voice.
I think everyone noticed my mistake.
People overthink text messages. Why did they use a period instead of an exclamation mark?
That's so relatable. They took 3 hours to reply. Are they mad at me?
I'm reading too much into their word choices.
Let's talk about how overthinking feels.
Overthinkers might say, my mind feels cluttered, full of too many thoughts.
Or, my brain feels overloaded, too much information to process.
I feel mentally exhausted, or thinking this much is draining.
I'm overwhelmed by my own thoughts.
Overwhelmed means feeling like it's too much to handle.
You might say, I feel paralyzed by overthinking.
Paralyzed means unable to move or act, frozen by too much thinking.
I'm stuck, or I feel trapped in analysis paralysis.
Analysis paralysis is when you think so much that you can't make a decision.
My thoughts are spiraling, means getting worse and more negative.
I'm spiraling, or I'm in a downward spiral. You might feel anxious. Overthinking makes me anxious.
Or, I work myself into a panic. Cause yourself to panic through thinking.
I'm stressing myself out over nothing.
Some people feel frustrated. I'm frustrated with myself for overthinking.
I know I'm overthinking, but I can't stop.
It's exhausting being in my own head all the time.
Let's discuss the negative effects of overthinking.
Overthinking affects decision-making. I can't make simple decisions anymore.
I spent an hour deciding what to eat for dinner.
Overthinking prevents me from taking action.
I miss opportunities because I think too much.
It affects sleep. I lie awake at night overthinking everything.
My thoughts keep me up at night.
Or I can't fall asleep because my mind won't stop.
It affects relationships. I overthink what my partner says.
I create problems that don't exist.
My overthinking causes unnecessary arguments.
Overthinking affects work or studies. I second-guess all my work.
I revise the same email 10 times.
I'm never satisfied because I overthink everything.
It affects mental health. Overthinking feeds my anxiety.
It makes my depression worse.
I feel stuck in negative thought patterns.
Overthinking affects physical health. I get headaches from thinking too much.
My shoulders are tense from the mental stress.
Overthinking leaves me physically exhausted.
Now let's discuss how others might respond to your overthinking.
A friend might say, "You're overthinking this."
Or, you're reading too much into it.
It's not as complicated as you think.
You're being too hard on yourself.
More supportive responses include, I understand. I do the same thing.
It makes sense that you're thinking about it.
Let's break this down together. Analyze it step by step.
What's the worst that could actually happen? Reality check question.
Have you considered that maybe it's simpler than you think?
Your thoughts aren't facts. Reminder not to believe every thought.
Sometimes people say, just stop thinking about it. But that's not helpful.
Right. That's like telling someone just relax when they're stressed.
Better advice is, let's find a distraction or let's redirect your thoughts.
Now let's talk about strategies to manage overthinking.
You might say, I'm working on managing my overthinking.
Or I'm trying to break the overthinking habit.
One strategy is distraction. I distract myself when I start overthinking.
I go for a walk to clear my head.
Clear my head means empty your mind of busy thoughts.
I listen to music to get out of my head.
Exercise helps. Working out stops the mental spiral.
Physical activity quiets my mind.
Mindfulness is popular. I practice mindfulness to stay present.
I use meditation to calm my racing thoughts.
I focus on my breathing when I catch myself overthinking.
Setting time limits helps. I give myself 10 minutes to think about it, then I move on.
I set a worry time. Designate a specific time for worrying.
Writing it helps. I journal to get thoughts out of my head.
Writing helps me process my thoughts.
I make lists to organize my thinking.
Talking helps. I talk through my thoughts with a friend.
Verbalizing it helps me realize I'm overthinking.
Challenging thoughts helps. I question whether my thoughts are realistic.
I ask myself, is this thought helpful or harmful?
I try to consider alternative perspectives.
Taking action helps. I make a decision and commit to it.
I force myself to act instead of just thinking.
Done is better than perfect. Reminding yourself not to overthink perfection.
Let's practice some conversations about overthinking.
Great idea. Mike, let's role play. I'll be an overthinker, you be my friend.
Okay, go ahead.
Mike, I need to talk. I've been overthinking something all day and I'm going crazy.
Of course, what's going on?
I sent a message to my colleague asking a question and she just replied with, okay. Just the word okay with a period. No emoji, nothing.
And you're worried about what that means?
Yes. Is she annoyed with me? Did I do something wrong? Maybe my question was stupid. I keep reading the message over and over.
I think you're reading too much into it. She probably just gave a quick reply because she was busy.
But she usually adds emojis or exclamation marks. This felt different. I get why you're thinking about it, but have you considered that maybe she was just in a rush? Not everything has a hidden meaning.
You're right. I'm overthinking this, aren't I?
A little bit, yes, but it's understandable. How about we change the subject and give your brain a break from analyzing?
That sounds good. Thank you for listening.
Perfect. Now let's do one where someone asks for advice about overthinking. You start.
Okay.
Sarah, can I ask you something? How do you deal with overthinking? Because it's becoming a real problem for me.
I'm glad you're asking. What kinds of things do you overthink about?
Everything. Decisions, conversations, mistakes I made years ago. My mind never rests.
I completely understand. I struggle with the same thing. What helps me is catching myself when I'm spiraling.
How do you catch yourself?
I notice the physical signs. My chest gets tight. My thoughts race. When that happens, I say out loud, I'm overthinking right now.
Does that actually help?
It does, because acknowledging it breaks the pattern. Then I do something physical. Go for a walk, do some stretching, anything to get out of my head.
That makes sense. I need to be more aware of when it's happening.
Exactly. Also, I ask myself, can I control this? If the answer is no, I try to let it go.
That's really practical advice. Thank you.
You're welcome. And remember, be patient with yourself. Breaking the overthinking habit takes time.
Excellent conversations. Those sound very natural.
Let's discuss overthinking in specific situations. At work, you might say, I overthink every email I send.
I revise presentations endlessly.
I worry about every meeting for days beforehand.
I second-guess all my decisions at work.
In relationships, I overthink what my partner means.
I analyze their every word and action.
I create problems by overthinking innocent comments.
I worry they'll leave me because I overthink so much.
In social situations, I overthink what to say before social events.
I replay social interactions for days afterward.
I worry about how I came across to everyone.
I convince myself everyone judged me.
About health, I overthink every symptom.
I Google symptoms and convince myself I'm dying.
I catastrophize about my health constantly.
Now let's talk about the difference between helpful thinking and overthinking.
It's important to distinguish between productive thinking and overthinking.
Productive thinking or helpful thinking leads to solutions.
You might say, I'm thinking through my options. That's productive.
Or I'm planning ahead. That's good.
But overthinking is, I'm stuck thinking with no progress.
I keep thinking but not deciding.
You can say, there's a difference between planning and overthinking.
Planning has a purpose. Overthinking is just anxiety.
Helpful thinking moves forward. Overthinking goes in circles.
I need to distinguish between necessary thinking and excessive thinking.
Let's review all the key vocabulary.
Let's summarize the essential vocabulary about overthinking.
Basic terms: overthinking, overanalyzing, ruminating, overthinker.
Common expressions: in my head too much, going in circles, spinning my wheels, can't turn my brain off.
Related phrases: second-guessing, replaying, reading too much into, making a mountain out of a molehill.
What people overthink: conversations, decisions, the future, the past, social situations, text messages.
How it feels: cluttered mind, overloaded brain, mentally exhausted, paralyzed, spiraling.
Special terms are an analysis paralysis, catastrophizing, dwelling on, and beating yourself up.
Effects: affects sleep, relationships, work, mental health, physical health.
Management strategies are distraction, mindfulness, time limits, journaling, talking it out, and taking action.
Helpful phrases: clear my head, get out of my head, reality check, done is better than perfect.
These terms cover most conversations about overthinking in English.
Let's summarize everything we've learned today.
We defined overthinking as thinking too much, analyzing excessively, and getting stuck in thought loops.
We learned many expressions like going in circles, second-guessing, and analysis paralysis.
We discussed what people commonly overthink: conversations, decisions, the future, the past, and social interactions.
We covered how overthinking feels: mentally exhausting, overwhelming, and sometimes paralyzing.
We talked about the negative effects on sleep, relationships, work, and health.
We learned how to admit you're an overthinker and how to ask others for help.
We discussed strategies to manage overthinking, from mindfulness to physical activity to setting time limits.
We practiced real conversations about overthinking with friends and asking for advice.
Most importantly, we learned that overthinking is common, and there are ways to manage it.
You're not alone if you overthink. Many people struggle with this.
The key is recognizing when you're overthinking and having strategies to redirect your thoughts.
Now it's your turn to practice. Today's question is, Do you consider yourself an overthinker? What do you overthink about most?
Please write your answer. For example, yes, I'm an overthinker. I mostly overthink conversations and worry about what people think of me.
Or, I overthink decisions constantly. Even small choices take me forever to make.
Or I overthink the future and create worst-case scenarios that probably won't happen.
Any answer helps you practice this vocabulary and reflect on your own thinking patterns.
Remember, awareness is the first step. Recognizing your overthinking is progress.
Be patient and kind to yourself. Changing thought patterns takes time and practice.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We hope it helps you understand and talk about overthinking.
If you found this useful, please share it with others who might benefit.
Keep practicing your English, and remember, sometimes done is better than perfect.
We'll talk to you next time on English Podcast.
Stop overthinking and trust yourself.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.